Welcome back, drama fans. Did you miss your dose of juicy revenge stories? Well, buckle up because we're diving back into the world of betrayed wives' revenge on cheating husbands. In part 1, we saw some seriously wronged women. But today, we're focusing on 3 more who refuse to be victims. We've got public shaming queens, artistic exposers, and legal warriors, all taking down the men who betrayed them. Get ready for some seriously satisfying revenge. Sugar-free smackdown, Bada brews a bitter storm. Bada from Red Balloon got a double dose of betrayal on her plate. Her best friend for 20 years, Eun Kong, secretly dipped her spoon in turtle soup by seducing her husband of 7 years, Cha-won. Talk about a low blow. Fuming with righteous anger, Bada plots the ultimate revenge, a public shaming showdown at a coffee shop. As Eun Kong walks in, Bada delivers a stinging slap, a public declaration of her outrage. But the taste of revenge isn't quenched yet. Bada targets Cha-won next, each slap a bitter reminder of his infidelity. Eun Kong plays the part of the innocent, but Bada isn't buying it. Every feigned expression is met with another blow aimed at Cha-won, a furious demand to stop Eun Kang's charade. Bada refuses to grant Cha-won a divorce, believing it would only reward his infidelity and the desires of the homewreckers. Instead, she chooses to take legal action against Eun Kong for adultery, jeopardizing her dream of becoming a teacher. In a surprising move, Bada shows mercy and drops the idea. In a final act of defiance, Bada invites Cha-won's family to witness the wreckage of their relationship. Having lost all respect for him, she chooses to return him to them, symbolically discarding him as someone she can no longer share her life with. Initially, Bada considered a legal battle to secure her rights and financial support. However, witnessing their desperation to be together, she recognizes the futility of such a fight. Disgusted by their actions, she refers to them as a cockroach couple. With the evidence she collected against the adulterers, Bada packs her belongings, leaves Cha-won with divorce papers, and asserts her claim to custody of their daughter. Trying to move on and working on her collapsed business while taking care of her sick mother and longing for her child, Bada is struck by another storm. Bada's resilience is tested again. Just as she's trying to rebuild from her shattered marriage and failing business, she discovers Eun Kong was the culprit behind the company's collapse. Eun Kong stole and sold her designs. Enraged by this deeper betrayal, Bada sues Eun Kong for both adultery and design theft, halting the divorce to block her happiness with Cha-won. Radio Queen unleashes her inner savage. Boo Ryeong, the radio queen from Love featuring Marriage and Divorce, isn't one to mess with. When she discovers her husband Pan Seo-yeon's infidelity and the shocking news of his mistress's pregnancy, she unleashes her fury in a way that will leave you stunned. Forget waiting for some dramatic moment, Boo Ryeong takes matters into her own hands with a public shaming so fierce, it'll rewrite the rulebook on revenge. But Boo Ryeong's rage didn't erupt overnight. Before the world witnessed her public takedown, Boo Ryeong had already unleashed her inner savage twice. The initial discovery of the affair ignited a violent confrontation, and a later encounter with her betraying in-laws triggered a fiery restaurant brawl. Seo-yeon's desperate attempts to protect his mistress, Song-won, only fueled the flames of Boo Ryeong's fury, culminating in a stinging slap that left him reeling. The war reaches a fever pitch back home. A diamond ring on Song-won's finger sparks renewed tension. Seo-yeon's weak excuse of a breakup present only adds insult to injury. When confronted, his pleas for mercy fall on deaf ears. This man, who shattered her world, only cares about the suffering he's caused himself and others, completely ignoring the betrayal he inflicted on Boo Ryeong. Disgusted by his lack of remorse, Boo Ryeong's rage explodes once more. In front of his astonished parents, she unleashes another physical outburst, a final act of defiance before her public shaming. Her actions go viral, turning the tables on her cheating husband and his supportive family. Boo Ryeong's husband, exposed online, becomes the target of ridicule. Her in-laws, bombarded with calls for taking in the mistress, face the wrath of the public for enabling their son's infidelity. Boo Ryeong, once consumed by stress and humiliation, now revels in their discomfort after months of suffering. This is her story of betrayal, rage, and ultimately, revenge. The wife who got the last ride. Yoonju, the epitome of a devoted wife, deserves a medal, not the betrayal she received from her husband Sangwon. He foolishly strays with their young babysitter, Sukryo. Yoonju, an artist at heart, cleverly exposes Sukryo at a charity event. Her painting, Her Hidden Face, portrays Sukryo as Medusa, who betrayed Athena by sleeping with her husband Poseidon, think Sangwon and Yoonju, with Yoonju's cherished greenhouse as the temple. However, neither her husband nor mother-in-law cares. Gaslight and ostracized, Yoonju snaps. A desperate struggle with her mother-in-law turns tragic, leaving the older woman injured. Instead of understanding, they label Yoonju unstable and lock her away in a mental hospital. But wait, there's a delicious twist. In a stroke of karma, Yoonju emerges unscathed from a car accident, while Sangwon, the cheater, meets a far worse fate. Remember, karma has a driver's license, honey, and dead men can't stray. Maybe next time, Sangwon will stay loyal and avoid becoming roadkill in the karma lane. Wow, those ladies sure didn't hold back. Boo-hyeong's public shaming, Yoonju's artistic revenge, and Bada's strategic retaliation, these stories were wild. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of betrayed wives and their revenge, be sure to check out the link in the description for part 1. And let us know in the comments, which wife's revenge did you find most satisfying? Until next time, take care.